Tonight, we're exposing a criminal subculture that costs us millions of dollars each year in damages. Talking to sources, we found the graffiti epicenter of Seattle, and we're taking you inside. We also sat down with an admitted vandal, and Cairo 7's Chris Lagueros reveals why the man won't stop.
Graffiti scrawled on bridges, underpasses, and buildings.
My name's Lil Bruh, but they call me Skeezers.
Starts with a spray can like this one. And most of the people committing this crime have the same attitude as this man.
I prefer doing stuff in the heat of the moment in the street, illegally.
This guy dressed in black and wearing a mask calls himself Little Bruh or Skis. What he does as a hobby is illegal, and he would only talk to us if he could conceal his identity.
Once you get into it, it becomes very addictive in a way.
With permission from an art manager at the Old Rainier Brewery, Little Bruh demonstrated what he can do with a spray can in a courtyard that's become a graffiti gallery.
Every graffiti writer is an egotistical maniac. Not necessarily maniac, but they're definitely egotistical. They want to be famous for something.
Something in this case is a tag, a personal signature, Skis. The mission of this graffiti writer is simply to put his mark on highly visible places without getting caught by police.
Skis. Being able to walk away scot-free from a graffiti situation, an illegal graffiti situation, is one of the biggest rushes, one of the greatest natural highs.
But police say property owners who have to clean up messes like this are real victims.
At any given time, there's about a dozen guys who are kind of incorrigible that keep doing it. And they come and go.
Detective Christopher Young investigates graffiti full-time and reviews about 800 Seattle cases each year.
One of the biggest myths of graffiti is that it's all gang-related.
Young estimates only 1% of the graffiti in Seattle is done by gang members. He says most are young men in their late teens and 20s who are looking for a thrill. Novices are called toys, the more experienced, kings. We found out many graffiti writers buy their supplies right here, Art Primo. It's not much to look at, a little store tucked next to the Industry Lounge along busy East Marginal Way. Now, it's only open on Friday nights. We tried talking to employees, but they did not want to be interviewed.
Paint markers, ink markers, markers for certain kind of surfaces.
We went undercover and found a cramped space, shelves stacked with paints of every color along with ink markers. There's an entire business catering to graffiti writers. A few kings are even sponsored by spray paint companies. But for most people, there's no future and they grow out of it.
I wanted to be taken seriously as an adult.
This man gave up graffiti a few years ago. He was anxious to move into a more legitimate art, one that couldn't get him in trouble with the law. He didn't want to give us his real name either and told us to call him Jay Gatsby.
And I just wanted to do something that more people could relate to and feel good about myself doing it and be able to not have to hide.
Gatsby is now going to college and writing a fictional blog about growing up in Seattle with references to his graffiti past. Little Bruh remains an active writer, even though he was caught by police and did both jail time and community service. It made no impression.
Basically what it teaches you is just be slicker next time. Don't get caught next time.
In fact, he said if he can get away with it, he'll write graffiti for the rest of his life. In Seattle, Chris Lagueros, Cairo 7 Eyewitness News.
Art Primo also sells paint to legitimate artists. There is no crime in supplying graffiti writers, but if you paint on somebody else's property, the penalties for malicious mischief can be up to a year in jail and fines of up to $5,000.